Microsoft just put an agent inside Office that can run tasks in the background. Half your company will treat it like a helpful intern, and the other half will ask who approved it.
Hey, it is Tuesday, March 10th. Agents are shipping into Office, and the security and politics show up right behind them. Microsoft announced Copilot Cowork for Microsoft 365, powered by Anthropic's agent-style AI, and it can execute multi-step work in the background inside the Office flow. This is a distribution shock because Microsoft 365 sits in front of hundreds of millions of knowledge workers. If your product's value is moving text between email and documents, a lot of that just became a default feature.
Fine, but who pays when this breaks? I want contract language that says what actions it can take and who can approve those actions. Because the support ticket is going to read, "Your AI sent a renewal quote to the wrong account at 11:47 p.m."
If I were signing that contract, I would force human approval on the first real-world action that can hurt you, like sending an external email. I would also insist on tamper-proof records of every action, because without that paper trail, you cannot do a clean post-mortem. Product-wise, I would stop competing on "help me write" and reposition around the one thing Microsoft cannot fake: your domain data plus your approval workflow.
That repositioning is real. If your product cannot point to a specific approval step you own, you are a feature. And yes, I will be the person asking for those records in writing, not a slide deck. The next move is that safety testing turns into a product category. OpenAI just acquired PromptFu, a security testing tool used by large enterprises, and said it will keep it open for the community. They are betting that agent testing becomes as routine as running automated tests before you ship changes. I have seen this movie. The first month is magic, the second month is weird, and then you get a weekly meeting titled AI Incidents that nobody wants. If you give an agent access to internal documents, what is your plan when it pastes private numbers into a public chat? The failures are predictable once you give tools real permissions. This works if you treat the agent like a new employee with a badge that opens one door. It breaks if it can reach everything your staff can reach, because then one clever prompt turns into a data leak. Honestly, I do not know how fast vendors will standardize this, but I do know the winners will be the teams who can prove what the agent was allowed to do. I will believe agent testing is real when it blocks a risky change at 4 p.m. on a Friday. Until then, it is a nice dashboard that nobody checks after procurement signs.
One more twist. The politics are catching up to the product. More than 30 experts from OpenAI and Google filed support for Anthropic in a Pentagon lawsuit. It is a rare moment of rivals aligning when government labeling threatens access to regulated markets. That is the part founders ignore until a deal dies. You can have the best product in the room, and a single risk label from a government buyer turns into a procurement freeze. Then your sales lead asks for a discount to help them get comfortable, and your margin evaporates. If you sell into regulated or defense-adjacent markets, write a one-page trust packet. Explain where your model and data come from, who can access customer information, and how you respond to an incident. Keep it simple enough that a procurement officer can forward it without rewriting it.
Good, and put a name on it, not the team. When the email comes from legal at 6:12 p.m., someone has to answer. As a Reddit post title put it, Jensen Huang says he loves constraints and calls RAM shortages fantastic for NVIDIA. Of course he does. Constraints are only fantastic when you are the one sending the invoice. For Office agents, do you compete head-on or sell approvals around them?
This is readme.ai from Chain of Thought. See you tomorrow.